All right, guys, we're going to take over this game.
There's no mincing words. You're pumped up like that before your team, before a game. It is game time. It's time for NBA action. Live from New Orleans, Louisiana, it's the hometown Hornets taking on an Eastern Conference opponent right here. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. A look now at the starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. And guys, taking a look at Dwayne Wade, what will we see from him?
And he's a go-to scorer for a reason, Kevin. He's aggressive. He can adapt to what the defense is doing. You can put your best defender on him. It doesn't matter. Wade will still find ways to get to the basket.
Yeah, he's able to make acrobatic finishes and shots that you just can't believe he does. I mean, it takes your breath away, Steve. It's a hard shot and an impossible shot for most players, but for him, it almost seems par for the course.
Taking a look at Miami. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
Well, they're not a team I'd want to have to face right now because the level at which they've been playing during this winning streak is remarkable.
And you're not by yourself there, Steve. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to have to go up against this team, not when they're playing this well. Grievous Vasquez, the first Venezuelan player ever drafted into the NBA, late first-round pick out of the University of Maryland.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, thank you. I caught up with Eric Spoelstra. One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, we'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. And Vasquez, a feisty combo guard. And Steve, we saw it in college. Great passion for the game.
Yeah, he loves to play, Kevin. He comes out with a ton of energy. And what I like about him is he's got great size for a point guard, almost 6'6", and a real playmaker, a guy who thinks pass before shot.
You know, you look at the Hornets, and it's still a relatively new franchise. Originally in Charlotte, that's where that team started. They've only been in the league since 1988, Kevin, and they've had a lot of success in a relatively brief tenure.
Here is Vasquez. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers. And it's Haslam with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Back to the Hornets since their formation, 1988, as you said, Clark. They've only missed out on the playoffs 12 times. That includes the first 4 years when they're just an expansion team trying to get their legs under them.
Yep.
So, Steve, not that bad a history.
No, not bad. And they're one of the better stories you can hope for if you're an expansion team. I mean, they really were amazing in Charlotte with their attendance, their appeal to that community. And now trying to build up a franchise in New Orleans with a young star in Anthony Davis.
Now, here's Harrington. After Eric Gordon's miss, Wade drives in. And it's Miami with another.
And his skills go well beyond just his scoring ability. They really can run their entire offense through him.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here is Vasquez, averaging 13 points a contest. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. Aminu with it. He's picked up by LeBron. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off, just couldn't get it to go.
And it's out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
A moment here to take a look at some of the numbers for Dwayne Wade. First in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 15 in points per game, so he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
I don't think we can overlook the fact that he's the top field goal percentage shooter in the league. I mean, lights out. That's really the only way to describe it. He doesn't miss much.
Here is Anderson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
Now here's LeBron. following the miss by Anthony Davis. Here's Haslam. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And they're going to need more possessions like that one to try to extend this lead.
And if they have possessions like that, guys, they'll continue to add to their margin and keep that pace going brisk.
And it's Gordon missing.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Here's Clutch. Again, the Heat, good for 2. And not sure you guys had a chance to catch the entire press conference, but what'd you think about his comments after that last game?
Well, it's good to know that he's such a great player that he can literally toy with his opponents and let them back in games. I think that's fantastic. And since he is that good, clearly his team will win the championship and he'll be the MVP.
Well, maybe he should be putting more thought into how the opponent, Steve, is going to react to that. Here's Wade after Eric Gordon's bucket. The drive by Wade leads him in there. Dives for it. It's stolen by Davis. Here is Vasquez. He dishes it to Aminu. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Clutch. LeBron outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. It's stolen by Davis. To the paint. Dunks it down.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
The Heat leading by 4. LeBron with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Misses the runner. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And I don't want to take anything away from their effort in the win, but there's not a whole lot of fight from the defense they were facing.
Yeah, and they took advantage of that, Steve, as you would expect them to. You got a team that's not showing you any defensive resistance. Show them your killer instinct.
Here's Clutch after Eric Gordon's bucket. Now Haslam inside, and he converts the layup. Haslam's got 6 points.
Kevin, great finish on the low block. I love it.
Here is Vasquez. Outside Gordon. Rebound by the Heat. LeBron's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And they played the Hornets once earlier in the season.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Here's Gordon after the Heat pick up 2. Anderson a screen on Wade. Vasquez dishes to Gordon. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Now, here's Aminu. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
And, Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. So he was very aggressive with his game, attacking the D and capitalizing. Oh, man, what a play. That's what he does, attack the heart of the defense and get straight to the rim.
And the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a play. The Hornets trail by 8. Right side, Gordon. Left side, Gordon. And he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. Last outing for New Orleans, it was a loss to the Clippers.
But it wasn't their best shooting night overall. A few guys went cold, and then it seemed to get contagious.
Yeah, you're right. As the game progressed, fewer and fewer shots seemed to find the bottom of the net for him.
Here's Vasquez. Kept alive. Davis kicks to Vasquez. Passes to Aminu. Feeds it to Vasquez. He feeds it to Aminu. Over Haslam. It's hauled in by the Heat. LeBron's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They're in attack mode early, guys, really cleaning up the glass.
Well, it's +5 in rebounding here in the first quarter. I mean, in a 4-quarter game, if that margin continues, that's +20 rebounds. That would be almost assuring a win.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
Good. LeBron's now got his 2nd basket.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength and body control scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
Seconds left in the first. And it's good. Henry's got his second basket of the night. .27 seconds left to play in the first. LeBron with a screen on Gordon. It's stolen by Smith. Anderson kicks to Henry. He kicks it to Gordon. Makes the lead pass. Jumps up. Henry. There's the feed to Vasquez. With 1 on the clock. And no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Heat up 6. From the New Orleans Arena. Back in a moment.
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Heat live and in person.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Clutch in at shooting guard. LeBron James is out there with Al Harrington. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Haslam in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the Bulls was simply terrific. He dropped in 24 points. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Thanks, Doris, very much. I'm sure he's going to carry some of that great momentum, Clark, into tonight.
And that's the way it works, guys. A big game like that just carries over sometimes. We'll see.
Yeah, all of a sudden the rim looks big. Everything seems to come easy, and your game just flows. Well, the reason Anthony Davis was the consensus #1 pick was you just don't find big men with his length, athleticism, and energy very often. So good defensively with his shot blocking, with his range, and then offensively he has a chance to be special as well. He could be a franchise-type player in this league.
Here is Vasquez. Here's Gordon. LeBron grabs the miss.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Going back to Anthony Davis for just a second here, Clark. The other thing here about him, aside from his obvious talent on the floor, is that off the floor, he is just a great person.
Yeah, he's a terrific teammate because he only cares about winning and he's not worried about his numbers or stats. He's really the type of young man who can not only produce in a winning way, but can help you lead in a winning way too. Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
It's off his leg. And the ref's saying he kicked it. So for the Hornets. Eric Gordon on the wing. Gets a very good look and converts. And now it's only a 5-point Heat lead.
Well, I tell you what, this team has done a really good job of taking what's available in the mid-range game.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get all the way into the paint, so you've got to pull up and shoot those mid-range shots, and they're doing a nice job of knocking them down.
Kicks it to Cole. 5 to shoot. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Here's Clutch. No good on the quick 3. Hornets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Rivers kicks to Anderson. Beyond the arc. Count that one. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Clutch. Dishes it to Cole. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that.
Rivers kicks to Smith. Lifts up. Missed inside.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Gets it to go. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Jones, he's covered by Aminu. Cole's shot is good. The Hornets trail by 4. Now Rivers, averaging 6 points per contest. Off the screen. They get it again. Anderson, no up. He'd have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Into Harrington. Takes it up. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 6-point Heat lead.
And let's check out the stat sheet here on Eric Gordon. Over and over since the break, he's proven why he's always one to watch. 8th in steals, 12th in scoring. And, you know, when he gets to the free throw line, he makes the most of it. He's ranked in the top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, Steve, I think we should take a look back at his top 10 steals ranking that you mentioned a bit ago. I mean, that's impressive. This guy gets it done. Jumps the passing lanes when appropriate, but he also can pick the pocket of the ball handler, too. Textbook offensive rebounding right there. I love that. Those putbacks are buckets any team loves to get.
Here's Clutch, defended by Gordon. It's tipped. Here's Cole. Gets it to go. Cole's got 4 points in the quarter.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
A nice shot by Rivers.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. Gets you a good look at the hoop.
And now here is our rookie watch. Since the All-Star break, these have been the best three-point shooters of the NBA's freshman crop. And you look at Clutch, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
As with those other guys, his shot has been pure since the All-Star break. But he's also worked on making his release a little quicker as the year's gone on.
And, Steve, you know better than anyone how important it is in the NBA to have a quick trigger, especially when you're kind of anchored to the ground as you were as a shooter.
Boy, both clubs really battling under the boards.
Yeah, and, you know, Steve, the rebounding story really mirrors the game at large. I mean, it's been pretty much tit for tat, neck and neck. I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow, let it happen, don't force it.
There's the dish to Cole. Just 5 on the clock. Over Rivers, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
You know, Kevin, he's not always looking to put up big numbers, but he's doing a nice job here.
The pass to Aminu. Pass to Rivers. New Orleans moving the ball around. Now, here's Aminu, averaging 9 points per contest. He dishes it to Anderson. Shard Lewis pulls it in. Lewis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Clutch. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. Rivers with it. Picked up by Harrington. Rivers can't get it to go.
Really good defense. They're forcing that double clutch shot.
Here's Cole, defended by Anderson. Outside for Harrington. The 3, and that is good. Harrington's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
And the foundation of his game is really his great shooting and rebounding ability. He's a guy who has a soft touch for a big man. Really fun to watch.
Yeah, for a guy who spends a lot of time out beyond the arc, he does a surprisingly good job on the offensive glass. Another reason he's able to score at a high level. The Heat shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis comes in for Jason Smith, and it's Vasquez in for Rivers. Anderson passes to Gordon. Right side, Gordon. That's good. Gordon's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting, about 76%.
The Hornets making a switch here. Henry's checked in. Haslam a screen. Here's LeBron on the money from 12 feet away. LeBron's now got 8 points.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
There's the screen. Gordon kicks to Aminu. Gordon goes in. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Clutch. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with 2 hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get. Dwayne Wade's one of the most versatile scorers in the NBA. We know that. I mean, his ability to score off the bounce, post up, get to the free throw line, score in transition. He's just so strong, and then he adds that great footwork to go along with it. Impossible to stop completely, that's for sure.
Cole dishes to LeBron. And the shot is good. And it's a 12-point Heat lead.
Seems to be getting better as this game goes on.
Vasquez passes to Aminu. 54 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Gordon. And Wade never considered really an elite shooter, but as a slasher, I think, arguably, Clark, he might be the best in the league at that.
Yeah, that's not even debatable. He clearly is one of the elite slashers, not only now, but in the history of the game. And he perhaps is one of the best bank shooters off the dribble that we've seen. His agility and ability to get past defenders. He's got an eel-like quality to him to add to that athleticism, which makes him unbelievable to watch when he's got it going.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Gordon penetrating Davis. Here's Vasquez. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality.
And that does it for the first half of play. Heat lead by 15. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and I'm Damon Bruce, coming to you live on a Friday night. Miami up on top against New Orleans. Offensively, they've been in a zone. A lot of great team play, providing looks from all over the floor. Clutch putting on a clinic against the Hornets. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And for the Hornets, going all out. Active hands is the way you describe their play. Getting a good amount of steals. They're playing up defensively and picking them off. The first half performance by Eric Gordon, just terrific. He has 17 points and is always looking to go to work on the boards. That's it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Gordon playing very well. He's got 17 points and a steal.
He's been able to score. He's been defending effectively. So am I leaving anything out?
I really don't think so. I mean, he is putting on a clinical performance here, surgeon-like.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Ryan Anderson is at the 4 with Anthony Davis at the 5. Vasquez is in at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. And it's Wade penetrating. A slam dunk by Wade.
I can't imagine that we'll see one better than that tonight.
I'm with you on that, aren't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw something more entertaining than that one.
And the highlight reel replay, brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff.
Dwayne Wade, a player who's dealt with some injuries over the years. Matter of fact, he deals with bad migraines from time to time. He actually looked into playing with tinted goggles to help with that, but the league wouldn't allow it. They said it would prevent defenders from seeing his eyes.
Feeds it to Aminu. Just 5 to shoot. Anderson kicks to Vasquez. Over Wade. Vasquez can't get it to go. Passes it to Wade. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
The Heat have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And going back to Wade and those migraines you were talking about, Clark, the league said he couldn't wear tinted goggles. Might have been a stylish look, but Steve, they said that it was an unfair advantage.
That was a surprising ruling, Kevin. I'm not sure where the advantage would come. I guess because you can't see his eyes, that it would put the defender at a disadvantage. But still, you'd think they would give the guy a break with migraine headaches.
Now here's Gordon. He's guarded closely. Throws it up high, and Davis throws it down.
How about the nice, exquisite timing on that alley-oop? Well done.
Yeah, 2 teammates in total sync right there. You're right, Clark.
Very harmonic.
Oh, man, it was beautiful. The pass was delivered right to the hoop. Set up that jam.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and it's Miami with another.
And that's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
You know, the Miami Heat are relatively young as a team in terms of NBA history. Joined the league in 1988, but really hit the ground running and have been a force in the East since they became part of the league.
Oh, and the jam by Wade. What a play.
Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. And you look at Clutch, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Those are some of the finest passers the freshman class has to offer. He'd love to keep pace with those guys.
And there's no reason that he can't, Steve. I mean, he's as intelligent a player as any of them.
Back to Gordon. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Well, you look at the Heat, you take away the first 3 years of the franchise as they were building from scratch. Since 1991, they have only missed the playoffs 5 times. Steve, I think that's an amazing stat.
Yeah, the franchise quickly came in and established itself way back as one of the tougher opponents to deal with in the East. They've done a nice job of establishing themselves as a model organization in the NBA over the years.
There he goes again, that lower body root canal, clearing out space under the offensive glass.
Yeah, that is an area he absolutely excels in. Dentistry or not.
Does he need Novocaine for that?
Here is Vasquez. Wade is covering. Here's Gordon. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter. To the middle. Here's Henry. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Henry's got 6.
You know, he got 1 step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
Battier outside. Back to Chalmers. Good ball movement here by the Heat. To the inside. Misses from short range.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Vasquez kicks to Lopez. Dunked hard with one hand.
Looks like they're finally starting to wake up here, guys, but they're going to have to continue this run to get back in it.
Yeah, they really hurt themselves early on, and you hope now it's not too little too late. The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Vasquez dishes to Warwick. Mason. He passes to Henry. Down low. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Grievous Vasquez. Over the last month, he's been one of the standouts statistically in the league. 9th in steals, and of course, passing, such a big part of his game. One of the top 15 leading assist men in the NBA.
And Steve, I think we should take a look back at his top 10 steals ranking that you mentioned a bit ago. I mean, that's impressive. This guy gets it done. Jumps the passing lanes when appropriate, but he also can pick the pocket of the ball handler, too.
Henry passes to Lopez.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
He feeds it to Miller. Here's Clutch. He kicks it to LeBron. Fades back. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And here are the Hornets. They're on a 10-2 run here. And there's the feed to Warwick. Kicks to Vasquez. Dishes it to Mason. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Mason's got his first points of the game.
You know, really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
Yeah, they're having their way in the paint right now, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming inside the lane.
You know, Kevin, that's just him doing his thing. I mean, that's who he is, launching himself at the basket. I mean, he thrusts himself at the basket. He's an angry driver and attacker of the rim.
Vasquez, that's good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Here's Clutch. He's got 20. Back to Miller. Here's Clutch. The dish to Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. Floats a runner. And it's Miami with another.
Boy, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Here is Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. Vasquez kicks to Henry. Over Miller. They get it back. Warwick gets the bucket. Warwick's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's 4 straight field goals coming inside the paint.
Boy, they're taking it right to him, Steve, and the defense has really been way too passive for my liking.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Hornets. Now Hansel inside. Lopez with the steal. Here's Henry. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic for him to miss that shot with such little defensive pressure.
And the shot is good.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
There's the pass to Vasquez. He dishes it to Henry. Over Miller. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's now got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, about the only knock on LeBron is just that he can't get it done in the fourth quarter of big games. We saw that in the 2011 finals against Dallas. But, you know, that criticism starts to fade away once you're wearing a championship ring.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Hakeem Warwick. Chalmers against Rivers. Anderson kicks to Rivers. Feeds to Henry. Anderson dishes to Rivers. And stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Miller.
Watch out now. Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. I mean, that was just mean right there.
Here's Vasquez. Drains it from beyond the arc. Vasquez has got 7.
Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
Here's Clutch. Pass to LeBron. The jump hook, and that one's good. Clutch has got 9 points in the quarter.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Here's Vasquez, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with the 3 ball.
Yep, they've got it going. Nice, clean looks.
The Heat leading by 17. LeBron passes to Chalmers.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
Yeah, he's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Vasquez kicks to Henry. Over Miller. Henry misses.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Tries to save it.
Looks like they're going to hold on to the ball and go for the last shot of the quarter.
Well, clearly this is the time to do it. I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Clutch. Got it up. He drained the shot right at the buzzer.
Cold-blooded. I mean, that's a big-time clutch bucket.
That is a prime-time play, guys. He got himself squared up and knocked down the shot, no problem.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat running away with it.
On stands now. Grab the latest issue of 2K Style Magazine. Clutch with top billing.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Now, let's check in with Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. It seems every offensive set they've gone to has worked with flying colors. It's definitely the kind of game they were hoping for before the tip.
Thank you, Doris. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Davis, he's guarded by Harrington. That's good. And that's 12 points for Anthony Davis. The Heat leading by 20. On the floor for Miami, Ray Allen and LeBron James, the forwards. Clutch out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Harrington in at the center position. Three-pointer, and that one's good.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots. And that's what they've done.
The drive by Gordon. Shot denied, but he recovers it. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Vasquez. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Here's Wade, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Gordon, blocked.
And they have a huge advantage on the boards.
Well, it's been one-sided so far. How about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow. Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. Passes it to Aminu. He passes to Vasquez. He feeds it to Gordon. He kicks to Aminu. 17-foot shot on the way.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Here's Clutch.
It's amazing the way the NBA has grown. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Gordon kicks to Aminu. Back to Gordon. Over Harrington. And it's Gordon missing.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Hornets with the rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates. Went for the two-hand throw down there, needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
A platoon swap here for New. Anderson dishes to Henry. It's blocked. Here's Clutch. The drop step. That drops. Clutch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Kevin, he's one of the best finishers we've got in this league. I mean, he rarely misses an opportunity to score inside when he has position.
And you know, Steve, what I like is his offensive rebound. I mean, they say one man.
That's turning good defense into quick offense, Clark.
And that's the way to operate. Get up the court quickly. Don't waste any time. Whenever you have a chance to go, go fast.
Henry with it. Eric Gordon on the wing. Anderson a screen on Chalmers. Here's Henry. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Only got a half step on his man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
Inside.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
The Hornets shooting here about 46% for the game. Now the feed to Anderson. Here's Aminu. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Davis. Mason comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Rivers in for Eric Gordon. Here's Chalmers. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Aminu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pulls up on the wing. And it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work.
You know, it looks like despite the injury he's got, he's still able to deliver. And that's what he's showing us right now.
And here is Allen. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Steps back and shoots. Again, the Heat good for 2.
He's really been the focus of their offensive game plan. And he's come through for his team as they've built this lead.
Smith sets the pick for Rivers. Good.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chalmers against Rivers. Back to Lewis. Out to Battier. Good ball movement here by the Heat. 6 to shoot. Here's Clutch. The shot misses. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
That's going to do it. I don't think they have enough time here now.
This one's in the books.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Just not enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
Here's Clutch. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Battier outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
You were picked as the winner of the Jordan Player of the Game tonight. That has to be a pretty special honor for someone like you.
Sure, I guess. I mean, it's nice to know my play doesn't go unrecognized. Beyond that, I don't really know what else to say. I'm glad we got the win, and I hope I did the guys at Jordan Brand proud. Maybe? I don't know, man. I'm not very good at this stuff. Good win tonight, though. Good win.